The end is near. Panic. Panic. It seems that way, doesn't it? Oh my god. Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. And I'll tell you what, with the rapid decrease in price of XRP, it is clear that the end is near. And so I decided that for the foreseeable future, I will be sheltering in my underground bunker. I will be taking my pet peeve, who is my, of course, my 5-year-old terrier mix. We will indulge in the finest canned foods. I will challenge her in Connect 4. She's deceptively good, despite the fact that she does lack opposable thumbs. Deceptively good. And we will remain in that underground bunker until the crypto toxicity above ground recedes and the XRP price in the open market flourishes. So there we go. Look, I don't know if you can tell by my little opening there, but I am not concerned in the least. I seriously, I know, I get it. I feel bad. I do sympathize for everybody, but I was not, and I'm not saying this, like, I'm not just making this up. I was not the least bit emotionally fazed by this. I do not care, and I'm going to explain why. So where's this all going? Look, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on this, and look, I'm not going to offer financial advice. I don't have a financial background, so definitely don't buy or sell anything because of anything I write. That said, maybe if you're a little unnerved because of all of this, which is perfectly normal, if you are, it just means you're a normal human. That's fine, I get it. But maybe I can calm you down a little bit because I got to share with you, like, this price, first of all, we've seen price action that is more dramatic than this to the negative. And even if the fundamental reason for it makes you say, okay, this is different, okay, fair enough. But I was kind of factoring this into my my purchasing decisions anyway. So I've got that. I'm going to share with you where analysts think we're going. And spoiler alert, we may have already bottomed out and could see notably higher pricing relative to where we are sooner than later, according to some of the latest info from chart analysts that I follow. And so really, as a result of everything happening with the SEC, it seems to me that pretty well all of the previous technical analysis has to be placed into the wood chipper because something fundamentally has changed, and the market's not looking so hot today. But before I share with you any additional thoughts, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would appreciate the support. And I recommend that you get down with your bad self by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, which is the Moon Lamboest of all channels on the YouTubes. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's probably true. And so, all because of, here you go, this man on your screen right now. This is a man with the SEC. His name is Jay Clownton, and this picture is never going to stop being funny to me. So where are we at in the market? We got XRP at 27.4 cents, Bitcoin at $23,173.72, market cap at 628 billion, and Bitcoin dominance has spiked 68.51%. What the hell, girl? Damn. You know, I'm not even mad. That's really impressive. What's that line from Anchorman that I'm thinking of? What's that, Baxter? You ate an entire wheel of cheese? I'm not even mad. It's really impressive. Oh, good old Ron Burgundy. So some people purchased XRP today. And so, and I kind of tweeted this out earlier too. Just understand, if you want to sell, you should go ahead and sell if you feel that's the right thing to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just be aware that there's somebody out there that is purchasing your fear. And so a lot of people did get out, but then there are people like me who have that mentality. And I did not purchase XRP today. And it's the damnedest thing. So look, XRP got to 21.9 cents. That's right in the zone for my final stretch goal, which I never hit, and so I never made the purchase because I felt like I had an XRP spending problem. I was like, Moon Lambo, Mr. Matt, you need to chill out. So I did stop, and I was like, okay, the only way I'm going to hit this final stretch goal is if it gets down to like closer to 22 cents again, and it didn't. It just took off, got up to almost 80 cents, and I got down to that level while I was taking a freaking nap this afternoon. And I was like, damn it. So once it went up there, but look, I'm gonna be strict and diligent in what I set for myself. I said if it gets down there, I do it. But now it's back. It's at 27 cents. So if it goes lower and I catch it, I absolutely will purchase that final stretch goal. But no, I didn't today. I'm just gonna be strict with myself about it because I promised myself that's what I do. Other than that, my bags are packed here. But I'm gonna show you there are all sorts of other people in the XRP community that just saw this as a tremendous opportunity. Like, and I'll share with you this too. like, I've been hearing for years, we'll never see these prices in crypto again. I like famous last words. Yeah, we'll never see XRP at 25 cents. And I shared recently that I was like, that actually could be true this time outside of something like a global pandemic or just something from a fundamental perspective that would change it. That's the message I shared. And sure enough, something happened. So it did happen again. That's why I'm always like, be careful. Famous last words. Oh, we'll never see these levels again. And I know eventually it's going to be true, but it wasn't last time people said it. So, take that for what it's worth. And Bitcoin's looking pretty good, to be honest with you. It peaked up above $24,000 today. I want Bitcoin to do well because it leads the market. But I do want to point this out. So obviously, with what's happening with the news, the SEC news, which I've been covering extensively on this channel, and in separate videos, I actually do have a lot more to say. I'm going to focus more on price in this particular video. But it's not the case that the price action is only because of the SEC news. That was a primary driver for the price action of XRP. But no, we found out about this a couple days ago, this SEC news. It's not until today that you saw the most tremendous tanking. And why is that? Well, it's because, as it turns out, and this is just part of a market cycle, the like pretty much every altcoin on the planet, if you look on the screen, you can see, like, there's the top 10. They're all in the red. Throw out Tether, of course, it's a stable coin. All of these coins are in the red. Now, not surprisingly, XRP is the worst performing over the last 24 hours out of the top 10 because, in addition to the fact that looks like this was just going to happen anyway, there's the news about the SEC. It freaked all sorts of people out. People that have held for some time panic sold. Even newer purchasers of XRP, they panic sold. And again, if that's what you want to do, I'm not negatively judging you. It doesn't mean you're a stupid person or anything like that. And in this case, it's not like there's emotion associated with it, but I think you should extra get a pass to, if I'm being honest, and I am being honest. I'm not a liar. Damn it, don't accuse me. But the reason I say that is because there is news associated with this downturn. And look, I don't think it's ultimately gonna come to be anything. And so part of the way that I was looking at this, to be clear, when I started purchasing years ago, I've always understood that there's a risk that XRP could be deemed a security and that it could be catastrophic and derails Ripple's plans. Then you're talking about doomsday scenario, really the end is near, really type stuff. But I don't even think that's the case. Let's say even if it was deemed a security in the United States, well, don't you think that Ripple would probably just relocate its headquarters and then continue on with its business model and build out the rest of RippleNet and on-demand liquidity and continue to utilize XRP as a bridge currency, even if that happened? Or are they just going to throw in the towel? Because if the SEC says, no, you can't, if they actually came to pass, which is what they're claiming they want now, is that Ripple can't sell XRP anymore, well, just move. And then just don't do business with the United States at all. And so you would have to shut down existing corridors, which would be unfortunate because they're helping some of the poorest people on the planet. But look, that's like doomsday scenario type stuff. I don't actually think that's going to happen. I'm just acknowledging it could, but I'm not functionally worried. And so what's the algebra on this for me? Well, nothing's changed. Other than, fine, there's a suit that's come forward, but I've always known that was possible anyway. And I always knew that if that happened, I was just going to hold anyway and just see what the hell happens. And that's part of the risk associated with investing in XRP. And I've always been aware of that, and I'm fine with it. It doesn't emotionally bother me. The short-term price action doesn't emotionally bother me. I've been through all this. I don't care. I also have only invested what I'm willing to lose in case it actually does go to zero, XRP, which I do not believe that it will. I'm just happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinion. Again, not financial advice, but I don't believe for a second it's going to zero. I saw it tank, and today, just like you all did, I saw people panic selling, a lot of emotional buying and selling, and this time it is in conjunction with actual negative news, so it's more reasonable in my perspective. But still, it's still people just falling one after another off a cliff. That's still what it looks like to me here. And so then you get this headline from News BTC. Ripple lawsuit triggers XRP-led altcoin apocalypse. And don't believe that. So obviously they're getting dramatic. It's News BTC, so they're going to hype this up in a negative capacity as much as they possibly can. But it is, and they try to make the case that XRP led this, and holy hell no, they did not. If it were XRP led, first of all, it would have happened a couple days ago, but everything tanked all at once, and it was not XRP led. They're just blaming it on XRP. That's the reason all the altcoins went down, as if XRP's ever had that type of power. Come on. That's a bunch of silly nonsense, so I just wanted to cite it. And I want to point this out as well. I covered this piece yesterday, so I'm not going to again, other than a couple sentences. This was written by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, titled "The SEC's Attack on Crypto in the United States." And there's just one little part that I want to read to you. It's 2 or 3 sentences which I hopefully will make you feel a little bit better and understand that the sky is not falling here. Here you go. Chris and I had the option, talking about Chris Larson, of course, co-founder of Ripple, and this is written again by Brad Goinghouse. Chris and I had the option to settle separately. We could do that, and it would all be behind us. Not happening. That's how confident Chris and I are that we are right. We will aggressively fight and prove our case. Through this case, we will get clear rules of the road for the industry here in the United States. We are not only on the right side of the law, but we will be on the right side of history. Bold, appropriately bold. And see, I just want you to be clear here. Like, XRP is still at the core of Ripple's business model. They have no intention of giving it up. And so, to all the people that sold their XRP, I get it. I can understand it. I am sympathetic because you have skin in the game. I totally understand it. Nothing but respect. But it's not the case that something has fundamentally changed today in terms of Ripple continuing to position XRP as a bridge currency via on-demand liquidity. And given that I personally firmly believe XRP is not a security, I think there's just going to be a settlement here. Maybe Ripple pays a fine just to get this whole thing done with, and life goes on. That would be my guess here. And so in the meantime, I'm looking at these prices, and I'm like, for people that want to enter, that looks a lot more appealing than it did yesterday. Yesterday we were in the mid 40s. It's already come down a little bit, but just not to this degree. So that's something. So where are we actually going, though, here? Like, where are we fundamentally going? Well, here is what chart analyst DIY Investing said. Going out and calling it right now. XRP will close above monthly resistance at 43 cents, completing the greatest shakeout since the pandemic. I expect price to get bought up below 30 cents, followed by a strong move to close out the year above 43 cents. And so I'm just going to share with you right now, given that there's XRP is not a security, hasn't been labeled a security, there's just charges. Given that's the case, all this could be, in my humble opinion, was a shakeout. And it's not surprising. And this news happened in conjunction with just an altcoin downturn, which we see happen. It's a cyclical thing, man. It's the circle of life, bro. Sometimes a Bitcoin will pump, and after it's pumped for a while, money goes out of that and back into altcoins, and it's cyclical. This is all information that you can research and learn to be true. It just is the case. Here's another tweet from DIY Investing. Think about it. There are people out there getting mad bearish on XRP right now when it lands on support of a 2-year resistance. LOL. XRP on the 4-hour looks exactly the same as the last 2 years of Bitcoin. Pandemic was the FUD to shake out Bitcoin holders, and SEC FUD did it to XRP. And so I think if you fast forward, however long this takes, whether it's a year or 2 or 3 or whatever, just fast forward, you're going to find that XRP still exists. It's a decentralized cryptocurrency. It's not going away, even if the United States is one freaking nation, and even if they labeled XRP a security, and that's an if, and I don't think it will happen, but even if it actually happened, and it was declared. Well, okay, so they're already asserting this essentially, but if it were declared that no, it absolutely is, and it's gone through the courts, the rest of the world disagrees. XRP is not going to go away, even so. It would just be ridiculous, because then, given that XRP is the only cryptocurrency being positioned to fix the train wreck that is the world of global settlement, every other country would just, as on-demand liquidity gets built up, every other country would have blazing fast payments and settlements, and not the United States. Any corridor in or out of the United States, it wouldn't. So there you go. One country on the entire planet, okay? Depending on who you ask, there are about 200 countries on the planet, okay? And not every country recognizes every other country, which is why it sounds silly, but it's the truth. You actually can't get a solid count on how many countries are on the planet. Ask a different person, get a different answer. But suffice it to say, it's around there. Some say less, some say more. And everybody else is cool with this. This is not. In fact, there's been strong declarations, for instance, in the UK and in Japan, that no, absolutely, XRP is not a security. And so, whatever it is, what it is, and we'll just we'll have to suffer through all this, but it's still coming. Here's another chart analyst, Dennis Surichuk, who thinks effectively the same thing as what DIY Investing said in terms of the level to look out. What he said, I'm not going to read the article, but he did cite that he actually thinks XRP may be trading, right here you can see on the screen, in the range of 37 to 40 cents sooner than later. Very similar to what DIY Investing said. And so I don't know if these levels are going to stay down and maybe they're wrong, they go lower. I don't know. I would not mind if it goes lower because the news is already out there. And if it goes lower, it's just more emotions, more lemmings off a cliff. And if it actually gets down to my stretch target, somewhere in that 22-cent range, I'm going to be purchasing a bunch more. And I will have hit, because I got to admit, it's kind of frustrating that I set so many stretch goals, hit all of them except for the very last one. Which is fine, my bags are packed. I'm just saying I would not hate the opportunity. Here's my fellow XRP YouTuber, and he is a chart analyst, a blockchain backer who wrote the following. If you want to know what it felt like the moment before the start of the 2017 end-of-year bull run, where price went from 20 cents to $3.40, here is the XRP/BTC price chart of that exact moment right before it began. And what is he talking about here? Look where he's circling. So this is the very tail end of 2017 in December. This is the XRP BTC pair. And look at where it is as I record this video. Same damn thing. It's got to make you wonder. It's got to make you wonder what's going to happen with this. Like, do we really think that XRP will never rally ever again? I personally don't. I think that we're going to see a situation where XRP goes the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. I am not fazed by this. I could not more genuinely mean that. I'm sympathetic for everybody else. You're not weak or weird if that happened to you. It actually makes you normal if you felt that way. I'm the weirdo for not feeling it. I'm the weirdo. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's another day that ends with the letter I. Big deal. Y rather. Big deal. And then, so here's a tweet from somebody named TSNR who is tagging Credible Crypto, a very popular chart analyst. From Credible Crypto, liked your work along. Emotions and belief aside, what dollar level of XRP would mean all bets are off? Genuine question. And he wrote, well, to be frank, this is Credible Crypto now, to be frank, 0. This either recovers or it's going to 0. Realistically, though, don't want to see the 30-cent weekly level lost. It's a weekly level, so the weekly close is what matters. And fair enough point there, but I've always felt that way anyway. Like, either this is going to be something that's gargantuan or it's going to 0. And given that I continue to see real-world adoption, and I could not be more confident that I'm with Brett going. I was like, I could not be more confident that XRP it's not a security, and that there will be either a settlement, which I think is probably the most likely outcome, or you go to court and Ripple just wins, which would kind of be more awesome. But I'd rather just, if a settlement can be done and it's faster and agreeable, I'd rather just get this all behind us, because then you can conduct it, and then you can't have Bitcoin maxi trolls insisting it's a security anymore. Which again, it absolutely is not, in my humble Moon Lambo opinion. But yeah, it's always been that bet for me. Either this works and it's adopted, or it's got to be one or the other. So it's I know it's one of two extremes: nothing or a ton. That's what I'm looking at here. And then TSNR responded, just to follow up on that, are you confident in XRP from a technical analysis standpoint, or the ability of XRP leadership to settle with the SEC? And he responded, both. And me too. I feel exactly the same. Maybe I'm wrong. Fine. I firmly believe what I'm saying, and I think everything's going to be fine. I think you fast forward, once we get through this scare, XRP's still going to exist. It's a decentralized cryptocurrency. I can't get rid of it anyway. And I think that Ripple will continue to build out RippleNet and continue along with their business model. Here's another tweet from Credible Crypto. You don't make HTF decisions based on LTFPA. We went from 21 cents to 26 cents in under an hour. We have 4 days until the weekly close. That's 4 days to get back above 30 cents. The green level is a weekly level. It's not lost until we close below it on the weekly. And it is amazing, to anybody out there that decided to purchase XRP and you snagged it around 21 cents, congratulations. I am very impressed and a bit jealous. Because I have money ready, just sitting in my checking account that I would have happily at that price. But of course, I was taking a little Moon Lambo nap, unfortunately. But what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? I guess bitch about it is the answer. I'm kind of bitching about it, so there you go. Here's another chart analyst, Magic, who says XRP may have bottomed. He wrote that probably just a couple hours or so ago. Here's another chart analyst, Lub Crypto. I'm not sure I've seen such a daily red candle in XRP, already a 50% dump in 1 day. Since price is below 30 cents, there is reason to be concerned at the moment, to keep things very real, unless a very strong reversal happens with the weekly candle closing above the 30-cent level. And so that level is what I keep seeing analysts cite. It's a very important level of resistance. Blockchain backer, he says it's 30.5 cents. We're splitting hairs, though. It's effectively the same thing. So we'll be watching for it. Hopefully it closes above. You may see a rally into the 40-cent region again. I mean, this was a major pullback. I mean, happy to acknowledge that. But again, it's all of crypto here. You can see Capo, another very popular chart analyst, wrote, final stage of 2020 and shows XRP and other coins right there. Everything's in the red, and I get it. Worse for XRP, not surprising, again, considering the news that was associated with this, but everything went down. And he wrote, Capel simply wrote, "This is a shakeout. Don't think we are going to zero." Well, how about that? I don't either. And then there was this too, I thought I'd mention. This comes from Thomas Lee. He wrote, "This seems to be the best explanation for sloppy end to today's market." This comes from Michael Santoli right here. He wrote, so he's a CNBC senior markets commentator. He wrote, "The 23rd of the month is supposedly when the target date funds do the quarterly rebalance. Remember, the 2018 low of December 23rd, the 2020 low March 23rd. So there you go. It's not. This was not something that was led by XRP. That doesn't make any damn sense anyway. And because the news doesn't even line up with when the market crashed today. Like it just doesn't. You know, this is not purely SEC related. It just isn't. Okay, and then there's this from fellow XRP YouTuber Kevin Cage, who wrote, "People tell me to shut up about crypto because XRP is down 50% today. That's exactly why I'm so loud right now. Those that buy now at 25 cents double their investment at 50 cents, 4x it at $1, and 40x it at $10. And even bigger gains for those that buy lower than that." I share the sentiment, so I wanted to share his tweet. Here's Frecky, who wrote, "I got lucky on a wick, bought more XRP, multiple lots, of course, low 20s here." You can see these highlighted 27.1 cents. So props to you, getting in on what you wanted to get in on. From XRP Euphoria, "My 18-year-old son just bought the dip. Added 3,000 XRP. He's up to 18,000 XRP and 10,000 XLM. Are you really going to allow this kid to retire before you do? I know I'm not. Hashtag BTD, hashtag HODL strong." Here's a tweet from JC Collins. This is just an interesting thing to ponder. "Super nice of the SEC to at least wait until after the Flare Network snapshot. Can you imagine the impact if it had been filed before the snapshot? Would have been a low Spark token distribution in 2021 after this panic sell." Which, by the way, from the greedy Moon Lambo side, I would not have minded. Because if there's less Spark token out there, then I have a bigger percentage of it. I'm just saying, it's scarcity, supply and demand, I'm just saying. And then there was this from Crypto Mommy. Wrote, "BTFD," and I think you know what that stands for. And you can see there's an order for 20,605 XRP. So not everybody out there is fearful. There's plenty of people that see it as an opportunity. And so I'll leave you with these parting words. Again, sympathetic if you're feeling scared out there, totally normal. But I'll just share with you my humble opinion, which is that XRP is not ever going to go away as long as the internet exists. And I believe that there will be a rebound in price. I believe at some point XRP will reach its all-time high again, and then you enter a new realm of price discovery and smash through that. I'm not making price predictions. I'm just talking about a general direction I expect this to go, or else why the hell would I be investing in the first place? And in the meantime, however long this takes, I'm going to be Mr. Patient, and it is literally impossible to shake me out of this market. Because, and I've stated this before, if I'm wrong, I will ride this bitch to zero. I will ride this bitch hard to zero if necessary. Seriously. And again, I don't think that's going to happen, but it's either that or lots of money. Like, we're substantially more relative to the United States dollar, which I think is infinitely more likely here. You know, the macro trend for the crypto asset class is still in play. You're still going to see pullbacks like this, like happened in really the entire altcoin market today. That stuff is always going to happen, but you also get the fun rallies along with it. And eventually, I don't know when it will be the last day we see 27 cent XRP, which is what it costs as I record this today, but eventually that will happen. Eventually there will be a last time, I firmly believe. So again, hopefully you guys are hanging in there okay. This is not the end of the world, and hopefully you're only investing what you're willing to lose anyway, which is certainly what I did. I mean, I put in real money for sure, but if I'm wrong, fine. That's the big boy bet that I made, and I'll live with it. I will live with it. But again, I don't think I'm wrong, and we'll see how this pans out. And then once there's clarity on this, and once there's a settlement, which is what I expect to happen, everybody's going to supremely regret. All the people that sold, I believe that they're going to supremely regret doing so. And this is not a harsh critique of you if you're one of those people listening. I'm sure some people listening did do that. But I think that there's going to be a lot of regret. I really firmly believe that. But do whatever you think is right for you. Talk to a financial advisor, which I am not, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But I want to share with you my thoughts on this, because I'm going to be with you not just in the good times, but in the times that people would typically perceive as scary. I'm not going to ghost just because XRP goes down or because there's bad news surrounding it. I'm going to tackle these issues head on when they happen, which I think is the right thing to do. But I will wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next massive price drop, to the moon Lambo!